So I just rented out this aerator, or it's called the Aeration. I'm about to plant, or well, I guess I'm about to oversee. But you can see what it did to my yard. You can see all the tines, or all the plugs that I pulled out. So we'll see. What a day. This is obviously future Manny, but as you guys notice, I rented out an aerator, and I've been doing that today. I dropped off Jacob and my dad at another job, and then I came out to aerate, and I oversee the two properties. But there she is. I was able to sign up like 3 people that they all wanted like aeration. 2 of them wanted overseed, or wanted me to oversee them. I'm gonna jump up here, and I lined them up all for today, and I was able to rent this guy out. So now I have aeration under my belt. So this is the Skag, Airstorm, 23.5 horsepower. So obviously because it has a smaller engine, it's way slower than the 52 with the 37 horsepower. But I didn't want to use like a push aerator, because I hear those are heavy and it would take me twice as long. So how you use this guy, super easy. So it's still pretty new, 68 hours. But pretty much it has this little step down here. So when you click on it, the tines lower down, and when you let go of it, it'll go up. And this is the setting for it. As you can see, the little feet. So if you want the tines to go up when you let go of it, you hit on up. If you want the tines to go down when you let go of it, then you just switch it to that. So even if you step off, that will stop working even if you try like stepping on it. And pretty much every time you have to activate this, and it turns that on. So that's pretty neat. It's like a safety issue. These are pretty much how deep you want the tines to go. So they programmed it, or I guess they put it at 3, and I didn't touch it because they're like 3 is pretty standard. Let me see down here. Right down here. Oh yeah, you can see the tines right there. So I'll turn it on and show you guys. The camera probably doesn't get it, but you'll see that the mower pretty much like stands up when I activate the tines. So as you guys saw, every time I stepped on it, the tines would go down and it would lift the mower up a little bit. And pretty much when you're doing a circle, or when you're going to turn, like do a circle or a U-turn or whatever, you have to make sure the tines are up so that you don't tear up their grass and you don't mess up the tines. But I rented this guy out for $125. I'm assuming with tax and everything, I'm probably looking at $140. From those 3 jobs, I charged $700. But then you got to take into account how much I spent on this, gas, what else? That gas. Seeds, because 2 of them I overseeded. So I would say I probably cleared like 400 after everything was said and done, and it's taken me like 2 hours and a half. Of actual work, probably like 2 hours and a half. The drive to each property is what added, another like hour. But now I'm gonna go return it, and then I'm gonna meet up with Jacob and my dad. They're clearing up a big driveway, or like a little forest area that's right next to his driveway. I'll put some pictures in the beginning of the video so you guys can see what project they're working on. But I'm trying to be better at like uploading and whatnot, but I'm getting busy, yo. Like yesterday I put in a bid for an Outback Steakhouse. I signed up. I'm at like 60 clients, and I started off with 30. The one thing that's working for me is Google and just referrals. You know, I show up, I do a good job. I'm fair with my prices, and you know, they keep calling me. And I'm being a little bit more aggressive with my pricing since I'm starting to get a little bit fuller. And start driving towards the spot where I rented the aerator. I also switched over to monthly billing, so new clients starting right now or moving forward, I'm telling them if they want to sign up with me, pretty much they have to agree that I bill them at the beginning of the month. Just because it's not realistically, like, it's not manageable for me to like be sending an invoice after every visit, just because it takes too long. So I rather bill at the beginning of the month, and then, you know, we show up every 2 weeks, service your property, and I don't have to worry about payment nor do my clients. Like I said in my other videos, yes, it's gonna steer away some clients because some people don't want to pay before the service is actually done. But I'm at the point where I don't care if that steers them away, or if they go with someone else that kind of like bills per visit. So eventually I think I'll go like the route where I can, you know, where I'll charge their card on file. But even that seems like, you know, like a lot of work. I'd rather just bill them at the beginning of the month. So what I tell them is pretty much that towards the end of the month, I'll start sending them the bill for the next month, and it's due by the 1st or by the 2nd. And pretty much if they don't pay that monthly invoice before the new month starts, I'm not gonna go service their property. And then that way, you know, I'm not like chasing my money and whatnot, because, you know, I'm sure y'all know, like, we'll have clients, or you'll have clients that, you know, they're like very picky, or not picky, but they're like, oh, hey, are you gonna service us? Or they ask questions, and then as soon as it comes to like for them paying, like, you don't hear from them for a few days, and then I'm having to go back and be like, hey, checking on payment, you know, and then they just kind of like go silent, and it's like, okay, now you go silent, but before I did the job, you know, they were blowing up my phone and whatnot. But that's where I'm at. Ooh, it's hot. It's 72. This morning was a little bit cold. But yeah, hopefully y'all are getting busy too. Season's still, you know, barely starting. And then right now I'm able to give Jacob a few more hours and whatnot. But anyways, I'm gonna return this stand-on aerator, and then I'm gonna check on my dad and Jacob, and hopefully, you know, they did a good bit. But if not, then, you know, I'll help them out wherever they're at. So since I only used it for a few hours, they actually only charged me half a day, so $75. So I will definitely be doing this again in the future. So this is what Jacob and my dad have been doing. I brought them lunch, drinks. So I don't know if you can see the before picture. But all this, they did a lot. Honestly, more than what I thought. So we should be here another 2-3 hours, but now I'm here to help them out. And we'll knock this out. So they're over there eating. What a day. So I'll put pictures of the finished product. I aerated and overseeded in my yard, so I bought a little sprinkler. You can see it. So I've been out here for like the past hour. Chainsaw, the chain, I was obviously dull because of everything that we cut, but this is just one load, so y'all can see. So I'm gonna get rid of this tomorrow, and we have another pile that we need to go back tomorrow to haul away, and then just very little. We still got to clean up like little spots, but nothing too crazy. But yeah, for the past hour after a long day, I had to come out here, water my yard, and then just kind of like go over my equipment for tomorrow. So I have a few things charging. I sharpen my blades, and that's just part of it. That's just what it takes to be a boss. Is even though after a long day, and yes, my body's tired, I still have things to do. Of course I want to go inside and chill, watch TV, or spend time with the family, but I know that things need to be done for tomorrow. And and that's kind of like what separates us from your workers. And I love Jacob, but I don't know. I'm gonna just keep my comments to myself. One thing that does kind of like rub me the wrong way is like when he gets tired, like you can just tell that he's like over it. And it gets me a little bit upset because I'm like I'm doing this a lot longer than you are, because he's only working part-time, but you don't see me complaining. But the flip side is, I know he's just he's getting paid by the hour. I'm getting paid, I'm the owner, so I'm getting paid per job. So of course I'm going to be working harder. And it's not even that. It's just like, I know that there's guys out there that don't complain and kind of like do the job by themselves. Like they don't complain and they just get shit done, right? And it's just hard to find these guys, because most of them, like myself, will start our own lawn care business or our own business, and it's the kind of things like, it's hard to find good workers because we become our own bosses or we start our own businesses. But anyways, I love Jacob, and just one of those days where like I just question myself. Is he going to survive come winter, or is he going to survive? Is he going to survive come summer? Because summer is just starting, and I don't know. It just gets me worried that I don't know if he's going to survive or not, or is he going to leave me high and dry? Because last year he did leave me high and dry. And I had to take I took care of all my yards come summer by myself for a few weeks, and then I found a part-time worker, which obviously didn't work out. But I don't know. Jacob is such a genuine and great guy, and I want him to be a part of Wheezy Weeds. But I just don't have the accounts to justify bringing him 5 days a week. But even if I do, then I question myself, can he even last 5 days, because I'm used to it. And I'm not fit by any means, and he's a little bit on the bigger side. But yeah, I don't know, just questions that, these things that come in my, pop in my head. Like today, it's like, should I start finding someone else that can keep up with me? But anyways, it is what it is. Like, subscribe, appreciate y'all. Peace. So it's been about 3 weeks and I'm editing that video, but you can kind of see my grass. So you can see still a lot of little patchy areas where I applied herbicide. So starting to fill up little slots here and there, and we've been getting a lot of rain. So we'll see how it continues. But I know I'm editing this video, and I know at the end, towards the end, I was kind of like, I was telling you guys my thinking and how I was feeling regarding Jacob, because pretty much when he gets really tired, or it starts to get really hot, and your body starts to wear, you'll get your body will wear down a lot towards the end of the day, just because you've been out in the sun a lot. starting to get hot. And when we're doing it like 2 days or that third day, he'll kind of like zone out, or he'll go on autopilot and he'll just stop trying, honestly. And then it obviously upsets me a little bit, because then I'm having to like double work, or kind of like, if he's weed eating, then I have to weed eat after him and clean up like certain areas that he's missed. But ever since then, he's been getting a lot better. We kind of had a talk, and I kind of told him, what my expectations, and if it's something that he thinks he can do. And he's been wanting a lot more hours, and that's what, and I brought that up. And he's been great ever since then. So hopefully it continues. It is starting to get hot. I know in the beginning I was like, it's hot and it's 72 degrees, and now it's like 87. So I wish it was like 72 again. So I was just being a baby. But anyways, you can definitely charge a few people, or you can definitely make extra money, or bring an extra stream of income to your business, or add that service by simply going to your local dealer and renting out an aerator like I did. Normally it's like $140, but because I used it for half a day, it was $75. And after everything was said and done, I think I cleared like $400 to $500. So it's honestly just finding clients. You would just line them up like I did. I think I did 3 plus mine that same day. But if you're able to even get like 5, 6, or 7 people, you can easily make over 1,000 just aerating and overseeding. But anyways,